Yo, what's up, yo? This is Killer Priest, and I'm representing right now for Kofi Universe. That universe is the universe you should be in.
YouTube salute. Memphis Bleek reveals he believes when he reads books, he feels like he's wasting his times and he prefers not to read books. And he also said that Ja Rule taught him how to get publishing checks. Shout out to CJ from Goodfella Sports TV. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. He also is on Spotify. I believe, yeah, he's on Spotify because I follow him on Spotify and all DSPs. But follow CJ. CJ's always sending me videos of what should I do. And yeah, great channel, loyal guy. But let's get into this. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video. Hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to hear the full interview, go to Rock Solid Podcast. It's on YouTube, and they have a distribution deal with Drink Champs Podcast. So this is something new, y'all. But let's get into this interview. I'm going to listen to like maybe 2 minutes, and then I'm going to give y'all my perspective.
That's crazy, man.
But these niggas took me on the jail tour, Bleek. I swear to God.
Nigga said they took me on the jail tour.
Nigga, I seen every fucking jail.
Yo.
Nigga, these niggas have me anywhere.
That's crazy.
But through that process, learn from.
Yes.
I became a reader while I was in prison. I read some books and shit before I went to prison, but I understood when I went to prison, I learned and understood the importance of reading.
I'm not a reader. I ain't gonna cap.
But I mean, you should.
I watch your movie. I'm bad at the reading. I read contracts, read shit that's important.
You ain't gotta read. You ain't gotta
just
read.
Like
they got fucking audio books.
No, I know. I want
podcasts to listen to shit that you're interested in.
I'm ready to get on that.
But knowledge is what I'm saying is power.
And all the time, bro. The more you know, the more you grow. That's a fact.
The knowledge.
I mean, like, and me, I learned. Me, I taught myself. I say more from just reading. I like to put boots on the ground. Like me, like to learn about my history. Most people read about Black history on the internet. I went to Africa, stayed for a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to really learn about our culture. So I do shit a little bit different. Like, but books, the words don't move to me. It's just like I'm wasting time. To me, it feel like what am I doing?
But that ain't for everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted.
What is for everybody is what's inside.
Don't get it twisted though. Nigga can read. You heard? Yeah. You know what I mean? I ain't on this 4 minutes for a drop. You heard?
I tell you, like, I'm gonna send you some good books.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
send you some good books.
Like, I used to read back in the days, like, Hov put me on the Donald Goins books. Back in the day, I read a lot of shit like that. Like, shit that interests me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I read the Real Freeway Ricky Ross book. I even got it signed. You know what I mean? Like I said, shit that interests me.
Those are cool books.
Not just gonna sit there and be like,
those are stories.
It's a book. Let me read it.
Those are stories. I'm talking about knowledge, folks.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna learn from. Like,
since you
learn
you
48 Laws of Power.
Real life.
You know what I mean? Like, I read 48 Laws of Power, shit like that.
Everybody read that shit.
Yeah, everybody, right?
But
they be on
it's
the Sun Tzu shit.
It's a good book to read. Sun Tzu, All the Wars are good to read.
Yeah.
All those books are good to read.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I dibble dabble, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna join the book club. Fuck out of here.
Nothing wrong with reading.
They'll be like, Bleek, you capping.
Don't preach
even
the
my daughter. Even my daughter be like, my dad capping.
You gotta read. You gotta let the kids fucking understand that. That's what.
No, I'm not.
Power lies and knowledge. However you get it. Like I said, you don't gotta read.
The more you know, the more you grow.
Book,
however,
whatever.
you receive the knowledge.
Learn from people. You know what I'm saying? You can learn each one, teach one.
That's right.
Whatever it is.
I learned from you.
Learn. You know what I'm saying?
I remember. You don't even know I learned this from you. I was on tour with this nigga one day, and this nigga got a check over the envelope. And I'm like, yo, what's that from? He like, yo, this from BMI, my publisher check. Like, publisher check? What's that? He like, you don't get that? Like, nah, man. He like, yo, you never signed up to ASCAP nothing. I'm like, nah, what's that? Nigga like, yo, I'm put you on. Tell your lawyer, sign you up, man. He said every song that get played on the radio, video, all that, you get paid. I'm like, You serious? He like, yeah, every 3 months. So you definitely put me on to that. You know what I mean? Like, you learn from everybody you're around, and I took knowledge and a piece from everybody. Like, Earth Gotti was a major.
I'm a sponge, Bleek. Niggas don't realize, how people watch and shit.
Yeah.
I watch and analyze everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all check out the full interview, Rock Solid Podcast. Yeah, Ja Rule is right. Reading is fundamental. Reading helps expand your vocabulary. It sharpens your mind, the intelligence of who you are as a person. Memphis Bleek saying he only reads books that interest him, like he said the real Freeway Rick. Okay, that's cool and all, but that's a story about somebody's life. Well, his autobiography. All right, but read something about your culture. Memphis Bleek said he went to Africa, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've been to Africa. I love Africa. But at the same time, though, how about you read The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams? Read, Sheikh Anta Diop, The African Origins of Civilization. What about the ISIS papers? Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Amos Wilson, The Blueprint of for Black Power. Books like that. Revolutionary Suicide, Huey P. Newton. There's great books out there. Black Power by Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture. Read that book. There's so many great books out here that you can read that will actually, get knowledge of self. Autobiographies, biographies, people that have done extensive research on African culture, history, because you already see what they're doing in the US. They're going to literally eliminate Black studies, African American history, education in all levels of education. We're talking about elementary, we're talking about high school, um, college, post college or postgraduate programs. Yeah, so to me, I feel like you need to invest in yourself. I still read. Like I said, I went to graduate school and undergrad. I have a big ass library in my house. I love sharpening my skills. I love buying new books. If people refer books to me, I'm always like, let me see about it. And if I can't get a book, audiobooks are good. Audiobooks are good. Now, y'all gonna trip out what I'm about to say. You see how Ja Rule helped? Well, Ja Rule was getting money from his publishing, right? And Memphis Bleek knew nothing about that. Well, if you was reading up about record labels and what goes on in the industry, you would have had something about that. But Jay-Z didn't damn sure care enough for you to have that. But you could have looked out for yourself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody not gonna look out for you. So Memphis Bleek might trying to say, I hate reading, woo, woo, woo. The things you hate is the things you must do. Everybody don't like working out when they get up in the morning or in the evening time after work, but it's something that must be done so you can keep your body healthy. You don't want to be in the hospital or leave this planet earlier than expected. Do I like reading all the time? It became a hobby now. I developed that as a hobby because of undergrad, because I took Africana studies in undergrad, and I actually have a master's in religion. My focus was African traditional religions, African spiritual systems. So I have my research interests in the fields I'm into is like spirituality, African spirituality, Pan-Africanism, you know, the Ma'afa, aka the African enslavement, things that pertain to our culture, our future of who we are, our self-identity. But if you don't want to read, don't read. Memphis Bleek, that's on you. You're gonna be putting yourself in a position, and at the end of the day, Jay-Z reads. That's why Jay-Z's a billionaire. And of course, there's some other things about that I don't want to get into, but Jay-Z put himself in a position that he had to read. All successful people in the world read books. So if you just want to get on a podcast and do this and just say, I got my little check coming in and making it seem like it's all you hard because you're reading, you're reading. You are basically saying, I don't read. And people might say, yeah, that's gangster. No, people in jail read. Ja Rule went to jail, right? Now, some of my homies that was in jail read books. That's how some of them was able to beat their cases. They went pro per. So they had to read their not just the police report, but like all the information that was given to them by their public pretender. So don't read, that's on you, but reading will help set you apart in certain areas, especially when you're dealing with contracts, when you're dealing with people trying to get over on you, the small prints from banks, property management, mortgages, so on and so forth. Even if you have an attorney, if you got into a car accident, post your comments below. Let me know what y'all think about Memphis Bleek. Really don't care about reading. He think it's a waste of time. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support, donate to the channel. I have Patreon. Patreon.com/Kofi Universe. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, everything's in the description. Till next time, salute.